And welcome on in everyone to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic day, night, wherever it is in your neck of the woods. We are diving into some Age of Wonders 4 Rise from Ruin. So this DLC has, it just released today. I've had to do a little bit of catching up on some videos that I just needed to get edited out over the weekend. We had a pretty nasty storm sweep in, and the Lady Wizard wanted me to play some Marathon with her. So what did we do? We played Marathon instead of working. That's of course what we did. So now that I'm kind of back in the swing of things and getting caught up, that video should be going up. We're basically going to be breaking down. Creative Assembly had a Medieval 3 stream showing off a little bit of early battle footage and the sieges. So I kind of watched through that. We cut out a lot of the dirtling, and that way it is a little bit more informational for you all that you can kind of cut through and get onto all the important bits. That is a fantastic stream, though, and it does leave me quite hopeful for, honestly, for the future of at least the historical side. Let's go ahead, though, and stick here with Age of Wonders. Rise from Ruin is bringing with it a culture pack. So we've got the nomads. They can either be scavengers out to kind of roam the world and pick up all the goodies, or they're conquerors where they're still going to roam the world, but they're going to smack you in the face when they do so. We are going to be playing as the Hobgoblin incarnate, brought into Age of Wonders. This is just some lost Khan who fell into a chaos portal, and now here he is. He's arrived with some of his retinue, which goblins, since they just spread their spores, they can just appear anywhere, and that's where they are. Hobgoblins, notably, what makes them different from your normal goblins is they're bigger. They're about the size of a normal man in the universe, but they're still going to be a little bit weaker than that of humans. So they're really in tune to backstabbing. In fact, they are so well known for backstabbing that no other race in the Warhammer universe outside of Chaos Dwarves trust them. No one trusts Hobgoblins, including other goblins. It's a kill on sight kind of thing whenever they're capable. Since they are a little bit bigger and larger than normal goblins, they can shoot bows a little bit more, and they're basically in the tune of your kind of Mongol back in the kind of the Great Horde times. They're very much your Mongol tribes, but goblins and riding wolves instead. So we brought them into Age of Wonders. Let's jump into some of the new premium challenge realms. They've got 2 of them here. This time, no story, but we do have 2 challenge realms. One, the Withering or the Withering Wastes. Either way, this is a fractured realm where we're going to have a cataclysm events taking place, and then the plains of the Venetians used to be affected by the Devouring Wind, so it's basically the same thing, just a little bit toned down. I haven't had, like I said, a lot of time to get in here and play, outside of just making our Hobgoblin content and kind of getting to grips with how we're going to play with them, so we'll be experiencing a lot of the new stuff here together. There are 3 new tomes, so the new culture with 2 of its subcultures there, which is awesome. They have different units depending on which subculture you are playing as per usual. Love this game. Hey there, Crafty Creature. I would have to agree with you 100%. So we're going to be playing well, actually, I've got a custom one made up here. It's the Hobgoblin Cataclysm training. Same exact thing. So it's the realm harbors secrets of the roaring, devouring winds. We uncover the truth before cataclysms ruin the realm beyond saving. Your new kind of, I guess, realm effect is these cataclysms, where the more you and the other rulers of the realm cast spells and research. I think it's just spells and enchantments. Either way, spells and enchantments are going to build up a bar that is going to give you a higher level of cataclysm. Each level of cataclysm, I think, is going to trigger an event, and also is going to make it so that all of your spells have a chance of, I'm going to call it miscasting every single time, so I'm just going to stick with that. It's basically a miscast, where the spell is still going to work, but it's going to have an additional effect as well, and it's going to have a chance of being negative, and it's going to have a chance of being positive also. So it could be either or. It's more like, I guess, wild magic from D&D. But let's jump into our Cataclysm training. It's got the Barren Pangea, realm dominated by a single enormous connected landmass surrounded by uninhabitable deserts on all sides. It's a desert realm, so of course desert provinces are common, because the fracturing is going to have the new kind of tailored regions that have their specific story events going on, and puzzles that you must solve in order to gain a powerful powerful artifacts. And then you can eventually get it so that you are able to, yeah, it says here, grants you control over the Cataclysm. So then you can trigger your Cataclysm victory, destroying the entire world. As is the right. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to be the end times here. Select is going to be a large map, 6 players, hard difficulty. And the only thing I've done besides is I have turned off the generated rulers and Pantheon rulers, so we can have custom rulers and the ones that come stock that Triumph has made, and no more, no less. Hard difficulties I don't playing on brutal. It's a little bit too much for my poor soul.
Starts here.
Now, where is the Hobgoblins? It kind of looks like Nomadic Santa, but here comes Hobgoblin Sidestab of the Venom Pincer tribe. So the other thing that's new with Rise from Ruin, besides these lovely scorpion mounts, is we have a new physical form, the rabbit people. So if you want to be rabbits, there you go. You can be rabbits with antlers. There's some pretty funky stuff you can make with it. Right? There's like blue cosmic rabbits. Let's see if I can show it off. Yeah, this guy. What is this monstrosity? Cosmic rabbits is a thing, apparently. Bleeding cats. You know, it's Age of Wonders. Let's go back to our Hobgoblins. The Venom Pincher tribe is going to be all about rushing in and just stabbing people in the face. Seems pretty good to me. One of the things I do want to change, though, we can kind of go through the entire thing. For our traits, I've changed them so that we are a little bit more sneaky, so 25% more damage on flanking attacks. Harder to hit whenever we are running away. Lightfoot is we can move through our own units. Extra cavalry and 5 more hit points. And then because they're goblins, they're going to be cowards. Morale loss increased by 25% and gain reduced by 25%. Gives me access to an additional trait. Good stuff. They're going to be the nomads.
What is their origin culture?
Conquerors are going to be to your people. Survival is an eternal conflict, one they excel at. Annex pillage enemy territory promises to gain draft and production and gold through aggressive expansion. Pillaging is going to give us food, and movement is going to grant our power and momentum. So after we've moved 3 hexes, we gain momentum. Attacks deal more damage, and support abilities heal additional hit points, which is fantastic. Conquerors are very aggressive, scavengers a little bit less so. Still aggressively moving across the maps. Then what makes the nomads special is they don't have a city that is permanent. Their city can pick up and move around. So whenever you are having your throne city or any of your other cities move to a territory, they're going to go ahead and harvest nodes, exhausting them, and they gain an essence in the city, which is basically going to give them whatever that node was producing, which is crazy. You can then tell us where you can redo it, and not in here. You can absolutely populate those nodes with whatever resource they had previously. It just is going to cost you some mana to do so. For resourceful people that migrate to thrive, they steer their land barges across the realm to settle in new lands. Mobile units that focus on maneuvering and flanking, nomad cities are able to pack up into a nomad city barge and relocate, which is its own unit. It doesn't fight, so if it's in combat by itself, it just gets captured, which is quite bad. Nodes in the domain of their cities are over-harvested, and then nomad cities require 50% more food to gain population because otherwise they expand far too quickly, from what the developers have said. They are going to be Ruthless Raiders. We gain more golden draft after we kill units, gain a little bit of evil alignment, and gain some starting hero items, and then we also have Swift Marchers here, so Force March is not going to inflict damage. Routed units are never lost. We gain road walks. We can walk farther in or on the road territory. And then we start with an additional Scout unit and Force March. It's fantastic for what we're trying to do here. We're going to start off with the brand new Tome of the Warband. We've built strong martial armies and mentor our units through the ranks. I'm going to grab a coffee. Sip just real quick. Anyway, we survived. Alright, so we've got Mentorship here. All units under your control gain. The unit with the least experience gains 40 experience per turn, which is crazy good. We've got the Lieutenant, a fighter that empowers others through their own actions. These are kind of a squad captain. Target enemy unit and all other units of the same type. Gain Sundered Defense and Sundered Resistance. That is brutal. And then they have a pretty solid melee strike too. 14 damage. They smack lads and they make other people bypass defenses, which is always good. We've got Commander's Call here. Friendly units gain a little bit of health and some morale. Bred for war. Look at these muscles. Transform units become stronger and more battle ready, giving them more hit points. an extra morale resistance to morale loss, plus 10% for each adjacent unit, so they just get more resistant to morale loss as more of their own friendlies are nearby. She's going to do a pretty decent job of countering our cowardice. We also are going to be able to give our city's training regimen for some draft. Pretty good. Chaos and Materium Affinity. We can see the next tome at tier 2, I believe, which is a Materium and Nature one. And then the final tome is tier 3 and it's pure Chaos. We'll be getting all of them this run.
What is your ruler's origin?
The ruler's a champion, so he's got unique skills, 20% more experience, extra relations with free cities, which is just going to make it so they don't see the knife as it descends. And command is super strong. All the good stuff.
Reveal yourself.
Only thing I'm going to change is that you're not going to be a warrior because you are still a hobgoblin. You're going to be a ranger and we're going to make him a skirmisher. See if that works out. This is our hobgoblin. You actually have a proper backpack customization option for your leaders now in this cool filigree for the different leaders. So our hobgoblin's going to be super fancy. He's got himself a kind of combo of an orc choppa and a capesh, which is fantastic, and a crossbow, which is going to go nicely with our flanker. This lad back here's got 2 axes. He knows what's up. We're also going to be riding on these sand scorpions, which the base level scorpion does not actually do anything. It's just going to count as a normal mount. But it's cool that it's in there. You could also have camels if you want. Camels and scorpions. We're not going to be riding camels. We're riding on scorpions because it's way cooler. I mean, excuse me. I know for a fact I didn't have the rabbit chosen. Thinking of this scorpion because it looks awesome. Alright, that's that. Let's dive in and
Your journey begins.
see if we can survive the cataclysm. So this is the Lost Call and Hobgoblin Sidestab of the Venom Pincher tribe, and our throne city is the Landcrawler. And we is the best. Locating dire penguins. And the sand scorpions look even better than they did in the stills. And their spooky eyes, their nasty mouth bits. Giant scorpions. A little bit sad this isn't one of the specialized mounts that has kind of something special going on where it has reaching attacks on maybe your melee, but maybe there's another one through the Pantheon that I haven't seen just yet. The other scorpion types, there's one that has like a laser beam because it's a construct and it shoots a laser out of the scorpion tail. New ruler emerges. To begin with, Commander's Call and a Swift Strike. We need an equine, donkey, camel people to play, sort of the reverse centaurs. Oh, I would agree. That would be quite amusing. And weird looking, man. Target from the unit that has action points remaining and another with 3 hexes get that empowering moment. Oh, so you can use it even if you can't move. That's incredible, and then you can get some fortune for extra critical hit chance. Never gonna complain there. The winds roar with hunger. This realm is being affected by the devouring winds. The breeze siphons and redirects magic from everything it passes through. Should a great surge of magic flood it, the winds would wreak havoc, bringing dire consequences for spellcasters in the landscape of the realm. Casting world map spells will build up to a cataclysm. Perhaps there are ways to mitigate the crisis. See, once we get access to controlling it, we're then just going to cause the cataclysm as much as possible. All the spells. Both wind and wanderers whisper the same tales. Legends of a world-shattering calamity long past. These tales speak of places where devouring energies converge, lands that existed long before the fracturing. And what is the fracturing? A magical cataclysm that erased the Unmakers, who were a bunch of ambitious wizards that messed up a large portion of the astral sea with nuclear experiments gone wrong. See, we experiment with chaos, and things go very poorly. Brought an end to their experiments because they died horribly. Few stories that survive the calamity speak of the fractures suddenly growing and erupting in a chain reaction. Through the fracturing, the affected worlds were changed forever. They became barren, magic turned hazardous, and some of their inhabitants adapted. Then some were altered beyond recognition. There's a whole new series. Let's see, actually, I can probably show you all real quick. So as for the new tomes, we've already seen good old Tome of the War Bandits at tier 1 here. Tome of the Warlord is tier 3, as I said previously, and that's where you get your War Golem, which is the Laser Beam Scorpion. Has a bunch of other stuff too, but Laser Beam Scorpion, and then the Warlord looks to be an incredibly powerful unit. And even a higher tier lieutenant, yeah, of course, because he's a Warlord. So he is also going to be your battlefield leader. Going to work well alongside your leader, or as a kind of pseudo leader for any army. He's got, of course, a charge strike. Got a command retreat. You can tell it's tier 1, 2, or 3 unit. To heal, gain very fast movement, and slippery. Same thing with this, with the defense. Retaliation attack, 5 bolster defense and resistance. And then attack for 5 strength and 3 fortune. Really, really cool stuff. They're expensive, but they are a mythic unit. And I believe they should be a racial mythic unit, so they take on all of the enchantments and transformations you give you guys. The last tome is Materium, and it is the tome of the Sandstalkers, where we can spread deserts, stab people on the side with extra poison damage. Definitely liking what the Warband tome brings. I'll have to try it out for sure. Oh yeah, we're using all 3 of these. We get a Sandstorm, which sounds fantastic. You blind people and slow them. But if you have Sandwalk, you're completely immune. Dune Stalkers gives us very fast movement in combat and flanking. This is crazy strong. And then we've got... Actually, is that only when it's... it's only when on sand terrain, I see. Still. Extra powerful. And you get to summon the Sand Scorpion. Like our mount, but better in every way, because the melee strike ignores 50% of the defense. It's much like the Mage Lock Rifle. My favorite range unit in the entire game. Then it's got a debilitating sting. They can just stab you in the back for 40 damage, give you weakened and poisoned, and then enters defense mode. I don't think it shows, but it also has the ability to burrow through the ground, which is crazy strong. You get sand preference, so your provinces have more stability. Farms have more food if you're on... Ooh, it's only if you have desert adaptation. We might need to go back and grab that. And not right now. There's no reason to min-max that hard. And then you've got the Grand Bazaar, 7 gold, and then every adjacent province with sand gives you gold and food. Of Mage Locks, yeah, they're just the best. Simply the best. We've got some new animal units. I think I can grab the Fractured specifically here. Maybe I can't. What are they going to count as, you think? Umbral Demon? Definitely not. Let's just go to All Wildlife and I can see if I can figure it out here through... I wish they had a tab that was dependent on DLC as well. That's all Thrones of Blood. Where are you hiding? Oh, here we go. What do these count as? Ethereal? Are they elementals then? Cannot be displaced. Mythic unit, sure, you're a dragon, I get that. But what are you? Is there an ethereal tag? Oh, there is. Well, that would have done it. Nice. Well, now they're all separated. Perfect. But we've got the Fractured Serpent here is the first one. This poor snake that ran face first into a black hole. You want to avoid those. It has Mana Starved, gains strength and regeneration. Returns whenever it applies disrupted, mana drained, or hit by a magic attack. Horrifying. It has a chance of inflicting disrupted. Yeah, my UI flashes. It's just part of having a giant curved screen and then not using it as it's supposed to here for Age of Wonders. I've tried 100,000 things. It just doesn't work out. Am I exaggerating slightly? Yes, but still. Haven't managed to figure it out. Look, I see. We need also to have all of the Fractured units in our army. We're gonna try to show off as much of the new stuff as we possibly can here this stream, and we'll also stream tomorrow. So that'll be great. Mana Drain. We'll be able to see the abilities a little bit better when we're in battle, because I can look at them as long as they're in this bottom bar. But when we're over here inside the actual unit information screen, you can't see it. Oh, we've got a Fractured Scorpion. It, instead of going underground, just teleports. These critters gotta stay away from black holes. No, they don't smell good. Don't go closer. Also can teleport. Mana Drain Touch. What else we got? Oh yes, the fractured Dune Serpent. Get the flickering UI problem now. It seems to be when the arrow pointer is just on the cusp. I just can't get it to act right at all. Which is fine. I'm not gonna continue to bother with it. Yeah, he's got his black hole in a better spot. It's not in his brain. It's back in here in his mouth. Probably means he doesn't get a lot of food. He's a hungry boy, but still looks incredible. And then the fractured dragon, which we already saw. Again, tried to headbutt a black hole and lost. There are other units as well. We've got some new animals. See if I can find them quickly. Do we have... I didn't see, but do we have a battle camel? No, that does not appear to be a thing. There's our sand scorpion. They still count as animals too? That lends to some pretty cool ideas. And then the normal sandworm that's not fractured. Cool stuff. Looks a lot like the Dreadmaw, but also not in its own way. It kind of looks like a Dreadmaw and a shark combined. Pretty positive there's other units too, but we're gonna just dive into the actual gameplay itself now. Both Wind and Wanderers whisper the same tales, legends of the world shattering calamity long past. These tales speak of places where devouring energies converge, lands that existed long before the fracturing. The nomadic tribes of the Hobgoblin CATACLYSM training. They are for the forbidden territory. Perilous places full of secrets best left undiscovered. Each fable tells of an artifact of immense power and arrogance. See, if I had a little bit more time, I should have built 6 goblin factions and let them all fight over it. That'd have been hilarious. It tells of an artifact of immense power and arrogance, and of a legend claiming that whoever unites 3 will be able to heal the world or rule it. Whether you seek the origin of power of the fractures, you will find what you covet in created regions. Actually, we very easily could go back and just do that real quick, but I'm not going to worry about it just now. So here we are, finally. You're here with the land crawler. Got our scorpion units. You can see the nomad building. Instead of having walls, it has a building later on that will allow you to... Let's see if we can build it yet. Probably just when we have the council tech. Or does it already have it? Hang on now. Ooh, we already have. Oh, they turn into palisade walls when you're deployed. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and give you the Whispering Stone. That way you can build up some good stability. We've got Raider Tents. Well, the shitty... yeah, that's shitty, exactly. City shares a border with another empire, free city. We gain gold, food, and it speeds up city growth because we're stealing people. Yay. It also unlocks the trophy stores, which is that just a little bit stronger. Nice, nice. Nothing else is new here. Do we have any new units? The cool thing about your nomads is that their scouts have combat training, which makes them as good as a tier 1 ranged unit. So if you want to flood the world with just a bunch of tier 1 scouts, or not even tier 1 scouts, it might actually work out. We're going to try it at least a little bit here in the early game. Sneaky's going to let them do a little bit more damage too. We've got raiders. Let's look at it over here. That way we can actually see their abilities. They've got a typical melee strike, and then a windborne rescue. Swap places with a friendly unit, and then heal the target and the caster for 10. A 2-turn cooldown. Pretty fantastic. They also have... They have a shield, this little shield here. They are still a shield unit. 5 defense, 4 combat speed. We've got our raiders. Oh, they've got their Mesopotamian axes. The old crescent axe. 18 damage is nice. We don't need to know what else they do. It's just a typical charge strike, and they have fiery momentum. Guaranteed burning. Solid. And then our leader picked up a hardy plate for extra health, and then the shepherds... I'm sorry. A Sasahedron? Animals in this army require less base upkeep. Okay, fair enough. Oh yes, his ambition, he's a raider. We're going to thrive on raiding enemy territory. Once we win a combat in enemy territory, we shall gain resourceful, so our units will heal faster. Seems like a pretty solid passive to me. Alright, Scout, you go ahead and grab this mana. You have to spend mana in order to Force March, so we're not going to use it unless we absolutely need to. I see you, barrels. Oh, here's our Cataclysm bar, too. So this is the Cataclysm meter. Devouring winds make casting world map spells dangerous, eventually culminating in a Cataclysm. Casting spells adds its world map casting points to the Cataclysm meter. The Cataclysm meter is filled to 50% or more, provinces become marked for the next Cataclysm. When that meter reaches the maximum, the Cataclysm is triggered, and then the higher the level of the Cataclysm meter, the more provinces will be marked and struck during a Cataclysm. That meter decreases by 10 per turn. For every level of the meter, spells have a 10% chance of backfiring, which is what I was talking about earlier. When it backfires, it just has a chance of doing something extra. Spells still cast as always, but it does something a little bit different. So it's only world map. You're not going to be punished for casting in battle. That's good to know. There are no enemy units around here. A light creature of some kind. Right, brother, let's go ahead and move up. Grab all of the pickups around us. 10 mana in total. No, no thanks. Not unless we get a really good fight over here. Where are you hiding? Brigands. Oh no, there's 5 of them. Well, we're definitely gonna have to do some casting to win that one. We'll just bring our scouts on over. Research is the Lieutenant, Mentorship, Lord bred for war. I feel like this is just the best thing to pick up in passive experience gain. Let's go ahead and get the workshop first. Then we'll grab ourselves another Dune Rider. I'm sorry, what? What was that? Oh, find one of the faded regions. Working on it, boss. We spawned in the top right corner of this large map. We've got some exploring to do. That's why we need all of the scouts. And a road march. Road walk is what it's called, I guess. I think that's everything for this turn. How much does it cost to rush the Dune? Need more than we have. This isn't that big a deal, though. Need to kill the defender quickly, and then these are just your typical archers. We'll just have the scout go deal with it himself. Bring both scouts over now? Oh, we can. Stops us from getting this, but it does allow us to have all the units in together. Have the highest chance of winning here. Oh no, we can't get all of them over. Versus. See, you're getting raided now, brigands. Couldn't do full damage. We've got to lure them into a spot that they are going to suffer in. So the Wind Warriors here. Actually, Wind Warriors to here. Chargy boys around. Hobgoblin, you go follow. Yeah, trying to lure them into a trap. We get extra damage on flanking and extra damage if we move. So that's a bunch of extra damage. I'm sorry, what was that sound? So we might be able to get... Now we gotta keep luring them over a little bit closer. Goblins are here to enforce law and order, not something you see here every day. Oh, they're definitely not here to enforce law and order. They're here to start the Cataclysm. These brigands are easy pickings. Here, lads, you just move. Still can't actually reach. I don't like it. Not even a little bit. We'll run in. Get that momentum. Let's go ahead and speed it up just one. Punch you in the face. Yes. Problem with command is... we can switch who's up close to him. Nah, let's go ahead and just ride up and shoot him in the side with a crossbow. He threw the bolt at him. We'll just keep these raiders here to respawn for when they attack this group or the other. And archers stay here as well. Not cool. Don't really like that damage, but we'll see how they're just gonna shoot this guy with everyone. We can go for the rescue. Glad that missed. They're gonna be an extra large target on the... one miss, one graze. Two misses. Stop it. They're sweet boys. Feebling Howl, punch him in the face. Or not. Here's the plan. You run in. Oh, you can't? How far do you wait? You have to be? Hang on. Swaps places. What's why you have to be right next to him? Unfortunate. Get a lovely burning flank here. They poke them with the axes. Sure. Strikes or... have a tough call, actually. Very low chance to hit unless we go after the... now let's run in here and shoot these guys. 24 damage for a flank. Oh, and it was a graze. We're getting grazes all over the place. Heal is just not very worth it. How much does it cost? 15, huh? I'll keep you alive maybe for one more turn. Probably not. Hey, go bother the archers. Set them on fire. That is a cool ability. It's losing these chargers for sure. But trading for a... ooh, they can slip away? That's just rude. You need to calm down. The dedication. Those friendlies are in the way. Yeah, let's go for the chop here. The goblin voice acting is also incredible. You don't need any retaliation, just go to sleep. And this lad, you can either charge in like a... nah, you don't need to be a maniac, just leave. Leave the combat zone. What, he's 7 damage on a scout unit is awesome. Even notice these guys had slip away. That's crazy. For a tier 1 unit. Oh no, Scorpion down. Okay, well, that's a dead scout unit. But don't worry about it, it's fine. Why such a low chance to hit? Oh, because they're in the shrubs. Six damage. Can you run up and kill them? Nope. Take this unit out here. Two down. Well, rest in peace our archers, but the rest of the unit survived. One final bug arrow. And we're not even gonna bother riding you down, just gonna shoot you in the back with a bolt. Size of you. Well, Daryl the Dune Rider met his end this day. Rest in peace, Captain Daryl. Mind control loss immediate. I've never seen someone actually successfully take over a hero, but I can see that being just the end of a battle outright. There you go, Gobbler. Enjoy you some new items. And a Landcrawler finished up its workshop. Fantastic. Pillaging adjacent provinces takes less turns. That's fun. Let's grab the library next. Buy him now, and we'll go ahead and pick up. Let's get one more frontline fighter that way we can use our mobile troops a little bit better. I'm gonna ignore this for a second. That's a lot of nasty. Hey, you're coming with us. You'll be fine. It's gonna be an adventure. Some zealots. Ah. Humanoid Lightbringers. We shan't make that joke. Right, this scout, we'll go ahead and bring you. Oh, the road curves around. I will send you back up to after this. I actually don't mind using Force March. Get you up there a little bit faster. Sweet. Hello. Lost Soul Quest. Hear a heartbroken cry, a scream of pain that has no wound. Oh good. A ghost wearing an eternal grimace of agony. Gesticulating between sobs and grief, she says, "What kind of world is it where there's no justice? What kind of pain is this when even death can silence it?" Her grief bursts into fury. Well, let's claim her some vengeance. Couple of bats. We need some more troops before we can take that on. It is free experience. If we can manage it. You guys need to just go back and heal. Now that's guarded. Interesting. Follow the road then, good sir. Temple of Torment. We could just go ahead and Force March again. Even further here. Tournament Hill. And nothing too exciting. Would we win here? Yes, but it's going to be spicy. Ruler level up, so we did. Let's go ahead and get the decisive commands. We can use our command ability and not have to waste our entire turn. It says we could win. I think we could win. $14 damage on that attack is pretty nasty, and 13 on theirs. Around around the trees. Interesting. I'll just go ahead and move around this way. Can't quite reach us. Maybe this one could, but what about the rest of your army? Archers in. Go for a fairly ineffective shot. 16 damage to 6. $19, 15, and the last one misses. That's fine. We can run in and Sword strike there. Run in, short strike. I don't know if the pole arms will stop them. Nope, definitely didn't. Then you move forward and bother those pole arms. Come on around, let's get the decisive command on our raiders. They can happily raid around, and oh, the charge is blocked. Because we pick up their defense. Oh well. Enjoy being on fire. Having a crossbow bolt also pierce your back. Thankfully no backfire that time. Ouch. Just a backstabbing. The critical hit chance. Oh, the grays. That is just the way. Morale's high. That's fantastic to hear, boys. I want you to come over here and smack these guys with the lucky sunflowers. Fantastic. Ah, they can take us down with the flank. Since we're going to lose them either way, let's just go ahead and mess with the archers. Near Frost. They're just gone. First one was a miss. Just want to shoot him in the back of the head with a crossbow. Execution. You can run over. Hang on now, that's not where we want to go. To the sunflowers and hit him in the face. That's right. They're like Elden Ring sunflowers. They're special. Well, now we're once again low on troops. And we definitely need more, so this... You need to go heal fast, brother. Go ahead and grab the raider tents regardless, just so we get the extra food. Our growth is already 50% less, so we're going to try to boost it where we can. We do at least get a population boost next turn, which is nice. Grants us a unit. We absolutely could use an additional unit whenever we take out a infestation, for sure. Got 19 turns there. As long as whatever that is doesn't run away, we'll be fine. A little bit of exploring real quick since we're not quite healthy enough to take on any fights just right now. You want production or gold first? Let's go ahead and pick up a forester. Grab that here, and then after 10 turns, we'll pick up a essence of production, giving us I think, 10 production, which is awesome. Let's get one more wind warrior. We need the shields for the front line. I'm absolutely gonna have you force march. Get over here. Road ends. No, it doesn't. It goes on past Tournament Hill. And I'm gonna keep using Force March. Golden Gate. Just missing its bridge a little bit. And then we pass. It's still asleep. Let's see how many units are here. 4. 2 healers and Spirit and Archer. I think we can take him. 285. We'll find out. All of those magic attacks that the 2 healers are using are going to go straight through our shield, so you have to keep that in mind. We kind of have to keep them tied up. Otherwise, our shield units are due. Not here. We'll have you up in these trees. You run around. Like so. A bit too far away. Here, then turn. And stay nearby. Would move in to bother them. Both. Not amazing options here. We can run in and charge strike. Mount them on fire and destroy the bushes they're hiding in. Try to ignore the spears for just now. We could move away and get the momentum built back up. Slam into him again. Oh, it didn't quite work like that. Okay. A long shot, but if it works, it kills a unit. Let's go here. They still have to retreat to do anything useful. Drop the heal here. Oh, yes, they don't heal. What am I doing? 4 damage. 15 damage because of pole arms. Yeah, fair enough. Shot their guy in the back. Momentum up. Hit him with the single shot, which heals no one. Yes. This is a tough one. Let's kill this unit here. We can use our crossbow to kill the one in the back. Or not. 15 damage. Yeah, real low chance to hit, but make sure they have no heals. You at least can heal, so I'm not wasting them this turn. Can't kill. Just run. Nice. They died of being on fire. Archers, go ahead and run all the way around. Does that trigger the pole arm? It does not, in fact. Not that that really matters, but... Oh, you're graze, fool. Still survives. Powerful unit. One of the dark spears? No, it's a daylight spear. Very tanky. They always have been. Succumbs to his burn wounds, and... Oh no, I sent one unit to... Man, every single time I do this. Well, that unit at least is now extra elite. Good for him. Those are all magic attackers, so we probably shouldn't mess with them. Into our ship, though, we are happy to pick up. Provides vision. Enemy units in this province suffer marked. +2 vision range more. Units heal faster. Definitely gonna need it with the amount of damage we're taking here. Even though there's 4 of us, they've just got they've got a lot of speed. And a lot of damage when they do arrive. Let's clear this, that'll be an easy one. Misclick for the win. Ah, here's a fated region. Perfect. Have to cross the misty mountains to get there. Our nearby free city must be up here somewhere. Or maybe the nomads just don't start with one nearby. Finish up those Raiderton's trophy stores, even more food. No, I don't think so. Let's grab the stonemasons. We can build a bit more swiftly. And they're at least staying in one spot, so we shouldn't go too far. Risky. Oh, there's plants hiding there too. There always is, aren't there? 2 chargers and... Yeah, we need you to stay back and heal. This is likely to be a very similar situation, even if it's not. Those usually can turn you around are unfortunate. Ah, some city ruins. We could use that to build up a second city, couldn't we? How much does it cost? Not much at all. We can have our second nomad city out roaming around. Seems like a better use of our time than just losing troops. Ah, you're healing anyway. Come on over here and join us. Join us. Oh, we can't dig up walls just yet, so you'll have you come on back out and go down this way. Commander's Call just active all the time? It is. How cool is that? Two mages. What is your ability there? Star Purge. In a 1-hex radius, take 18 damage. Double damage to magic origin. We don't have it all. That's a fight we can probably actually win. Without too much trouble. Just make sure we tie up the tier 3 in melee. Oh, an Oasis map. We got one of the new maps. This has been always one of the desert maps. I've just never fought the desert. You can have crocodiles that are just randomly roaming. You have to watch out for them. Hey there, GBOG. How you doing? Unless you're trying to roll some shenanigans again. Have them just switch places to heal real quick, because we don't have a healer. That's our only real way of doing it. Rush over and have the raider come on in behind, so they're not all getting hit by the same AoE attacks. Have them turn and pass. What's the range on the purge? It's quite a ways. The shenanigans in? Yeah, you're the king of shenaniganery. Don't you know? The likelihood is pretty high they choose to hit these guys here, so we'll perhaps try to bait that in. Keep one back, Raider, getting close enough that we can heal without getting close enough to get hit by a Star Purge. How about that? They rub some dirt on their wounds and they're ready to go. See, you personally told me that meant something wonky, and I don't... Just because I don't know doesn't mean you don't. But if you're up to no shenanigans, you're up to no shenanigans. I won't accuse you if you're not. Momentum blast the mage. 2 grazes is not amazing. No, mounted units would ignore that. They're gonna get obliterated back. Just the way it be. Well, yikes. Here's what we'll do. Over here to this foliage. You still crossbow. You can't, good. All 3 shots. Or weaken both. And you just get in their face. thankfully if they go for that perk, it's not going to do that much damage. Charge blocked by terrain, either way. Get stabbed, fools. Drop another one of these. Commander's Call. Just going for the kill. No special attacks needed here. And thankfully they don't get it. Fire into the water. That is a brutal defense. Charge blocked by terrain. We can't get across the river. See, what's not so realistic is cavalry-sized entities not being able to move across water. You get wolf riders. See, we replace them with scorpions. This hobgoblin Khan ended up getting a different army when he teleported through the chaos portal. Because that's the story. We're sticking to it. Man, the miss. We have to get shot up as we cross the water. Good job making that feel debilitating. Vicious. Did close the gap, though. We can hit him with a slightly damaging flank. Go here. You can cross the water fairly effectively. Start jumping into these lads. Ask Games Workshop to add that into the game. Giant scorpion. Oh, good grief. Giant scorpion riding hobgoblins. If we survive the cataclysm, we'll see what we can do. If they die, then this faction deserves to die here in the dust. Machete to the back of the head. I love how they just poke them with the axes. That's not how you use those, lads. Alright, excellent. Definitely need to build up our strength a little. This is a really easy fight compared to the ones that are around us here. Use the road then to get up around. Go fight that battle then. You can go stand near. And annex another province. Excellent. Let's go ahead and put in the farm here. Start over harvesting this gold node. For too long, we're gonna have to pack up and move on. There's nothing else here. Alright, land crawler. Let's go ahead and recruit up another Dune Rider. So we double the price just to rush it immediately, which I think is not a bad call. Extra troops. Oh yes, I guess I forgot there's also a new UI. Look at this. It looks like we're hanging out on one of our very own... It's not Oregon Trail, it's the Cataclysm Trail. That's not defended, that's an extra unit for us as well. Rush on over, take down these Rose Knights. Auto combat says everyone dies horribly. But GBOG, you can actually switch your mount type in your faction creation to be just about whatever you want. So Wolf Riders absolutely are a thing. Horde Riders, Crocodile Riders, whatever you want. There's camels and these Sand Scorpions, the new ones for this DLC. Yeah, let's keep them surrounded with these scouts. Being able to actively use scouts in battle is pretty dang cool. They still have your scout level health, it feels like. 70 health as opposed to 90 on these lads. And 100 on the rate. Yeah, so they still have scout level health. That's why they die so quick. They just deal higher tier damage. Still pretty dang good. Ouch. Really don't like that one unit in particular. Be hiding in the trees enough. That's not a flank, which is unfortunate. Oh, you can't flank them right now because they're in guard mode. Do something like this. Have these two swap locations. Nice amount of healing. Razor thorns or bleeding. Either way, we're having a bad time. I'll try to focus one unit then. Bleeding. Take the skellies down. Oh, they can't reach. Decisive command. 350 your movement, and then they can reach. And we'll have them reach right into the enemy's backline. The only way to reach through there? No, it's not. Lie to me again. Smack. 38 damage. We'll run up and crossbow these guys. Or not. We'll miss horribly. Nice. Ouch. Throws in. They're gonna take down. Yeah, it's gonna be extra damage because they're a cavalry unit. That aggressive focus fire is why we're having to do so much healing. Getting them out of there is gonna be not easy. Percent chance to hit is abysmal. That's not gonna kill. Get pinned in place there. Oh no, we don't. We get pinned in here. Then we can't use it because it's been too... I thought I said we could use it a second ago. Only these guys can. Can we do enough to save our chargers? It seems like the answer is no. You gotta run over and stab them. So commander's call here. You look just a little bit. 14 damage. And if we could hit all these, that'd be incredible. Very likely not going to happen. There's no getting out of here. They're done next turn. It's too bad. 8 damage here, 8 damage here, or 3. We'll slip away is incredible. These bats they're insistent. Good grief. Wily rascals they are. It's like, no, your unit's going to die. Oh, okay. Well. Thanks for letting me know. D6 damage. And they get to heal because of the lifesteal, which is unfortunate for our guys. Move to here. Swap positions. No matter what, we don't have great choices, so. It's 50% chance no matter what. Flower from here. We graze once, we miss once. That is simply the way. They can't kill. Even with support, they might be able to with the Skeleton Mage. We'll find out. I'm not using any more mana, though. I just go after our scout. In fact, I would be surprised if that's what everyone does. I blast their leader. Fair enough. Doesn't quite kill, that's crazy. Let's get rid of the bats. Bring them up to fire into these pole arms. Bring our leader up to decisive command. 2 misses, that's fine. Tie them down. No chance to hit, but we'll go for it. Wait. Once again, we lose 1. Focus fire, man, is brutal. Out of the battle array, a radiant flash blinds you, leaving behind an angelic figure bound in chains. The angel lifts its face and speaks with a trembling voice. At last, the Archons have heard my prayers. Well, that's not good. Yeet. Straight into the void. Place my losses. Be more gold, and let's pick up a raider. All right, lad, you move up this direction. We've got to figure out what's going on. All right, there we go. I thought we had some friends up here, so we need to move our free city over right next to theirs and start stealing provinces. Hello there, blue people. How can you be so evil? You're a shadow dweller, brother. Steel skin and gold touched. Hang on. You're a dark culture. Who's evil? We're not. We're just followers of alchemy. Transmuters are going to be a fun thing to deal with for sure. Pages like books. Ascending to the crackling mesa. Your troops reach the barren plateau where the devouring winds flow with great strength. They sound strange here, like a discerned voice talking inwards. The region is overrun with fractures, floating shards of ruins orbiting around them. Suddenly, the winds begin whispering. Come to us. Draw near to the fractures, and you shall gain knowledge and power beyond your imagination. Fools fear what they do not understand. Wise seek to comprehend it. As the gust sweeps, the air crackles with sparks of refracting energy. Magic is extremely volatile here. The voice of the winds compels you to approach the fractures. How will you prepare? During combat in this region, we are going to have the Tear Fracture spell. Target hex becomes marked. Adjacent and 2 hexes of the marked hex have a chance of receiving disrupted. Turns off all of their enchantments and abilities. And then the hex explodes, and then they take a ton of damage and become mana drained. Can't use any of their support, debuff, or magic abilities. That is crazy. Oh, and then they also have mana fractures, which will drain you. Let the wind pull your troops toward the fractures. It's just affecting him, so probably not. But we will get an army down there to explore that soon. I mean, I guess we could send him in to explore it. Do we get attacked? Moving unit will trigger an event. Yeah, we'll try this. I should have probably got it for the second one then. Take some damage, but move in. Otherwise, we'll just have them run away from combat. No reason for those guys to fight. They'll just get stomped out. Or these ruins. We've got a Doom Rider. Yeah, they're all veterans. They're ranking up pretty quickly. We can spend our Imperium to overharvest these faster, but I don't think we need to. I'd rather use Imperium to grow our city. How are the cars doing? My cats? They are doing well, Mochi's up on the top of her tower right now, sleeping. And Ray is in the scoop, also sleeping. There's no telling where our Walrus Maka is. She's around somewhere. And the fact that I said her name, she likely is going to start moving her Chungus self this way quickly. Oh yeah, that's 4 units who can steal our own. No, thank you. I want to come try to take out this Temple of Torment real quick before moving on, though. So we'll have to go around that. Enchanted Crow Companion. The chimes of momentum. We're gonna go ahead and get the Sigvald lads here, the Bred for War, extra hit points and 50% morale loss, resistance when standing next to other troops. All right, Sidestabber, extra hit points. Yes. With Maka's swim, I mean, I think most cats can swim. They choose not to. I don't know if she can or not. She would probably sink, honestly. Truth be told, she would. There's no water here. That was a waste. Ah, curses. Oh, you've got an herbalist and a haunted graveyard. Don't worry, we'll take care of both for you. Witches and graveyard. Oh, good grief. We've stepped into the cosmos, and an ancient magical complex exists only as drifting fragments beyond access, caught in orbit around a fracture. Windborn voice sounds louder here. The great minds who raised this place succeeded in creating almost perfect echo of the Well of Creation, which is the Allfather pulled the cosmos from the Well of Creation. All later creations from the Allfather would date back to this one wonder. From Mage Haven, the well can be seen as a looming bright omen, slowly swirling white maelstrom. All souls of the dead are drawn to the return to the well on their final journey. Interesting. Powers and knowledge of the Allfather were within their grasp. Thus, they split open the magical essence that held the secrets of creation, and it was void. So void that it engulfed us all and drained the world of its very essence, unleashing the Cataclysm. Activate these sigils to bind the complex back together. Protect it, and it will reveal more secrets of these wizards. Beware, for the energy surge will attract fractured beasts. Ooh. Well, we don't have an army here, but we'll go ahead and activate the sigils and run before the beasts arrive. We get some items. Contaminated Sphere, Light Bolts, and then the Thunder Warding Signet. Immunity to Electrified sounds pretty fantastic. 1 of 3 approached. Moving on, sir. As you were. Crackling Mesa. Oh, it's the face of the nomads themselves. Around the ominous fracture, inaccessible pieces of shattered building float adrift. Voice carried by the winds roar. Activate the sigils to bind it back. As your troops ready themselves to follow their command, a band of nomads emerge. Ooh, entice the nomads to stand with you. They're just nomads. They have no race? They have no... Oh, they would... No, they have no race. I guess they're Sirens. Never mind, what am I talking about? Fight them? Nah, we'll leave this place for now. We need some gold. What about the third one? We'll learn about that next turn. I'd rather not use our mana. We might need it for the third sigil. Alright, that's all for this turn. Zayam Ukuha. We're going to call this the second Brawler. Obviously. What else will we call it? We got the Palisade Walls here, or the Workshop. Let's go for the Workshop. We're got a farm and a forester. Let's go ahead and pick up a quarry in one of these provinces over here that we normally couldn't use for anything. Notice that every time we unpack and pack back up, we have to basically reclaim all the provinces around the settlement. It's pretty cool. Oh, I forgot about your signature skill, sir. Extra critical hit chance, inspiring killer, and searing strike sounds fantastic. The searing strikes. We're going after the Temple of Torment. Let's... Oh, we could take on one of the Automaton Scorpions. I wish we had a unit that could steal. Laser Beam Scorpion for us. Let's see how strong they actually are. Let's show that someone else is out there casting spells and making the Cataclysm worse. This is a completely open field. I can imagine as the fractures start appearing, or if this was a blighted open field, this would be, or what am I thinking? Blighted, the Sunless Lands, where the roses will pop up. This actually kind of creates itself its own map, which is kind of cool. Yeah, we need more of these things. This is literally a Scorpion Kadai. Bring the action, Scorpion. Time for red. Oh. It's got a burning burrow, and it can go for the tail ray as well. That's incredible. Fire damage on in, and the nibbles. Ooh, you're chunky. 6 and 5. How much damage do you? Good grief. Well, let's try to deal with its friends first. So run over here behind you to turn them around. Give it another turn. Run over and do the same thing to these. I might as well build up the momentum. Oop, not that way. Let's go the other direction so we can actually get a flank. We're gonna leave the Demon Scorpion alone. 43 damage. Nice. On a scout. Oh, we get a graze. Second one's a crit though, so we'll take it. Right, run over here and crossbow bolt right into the back of these things. Your main enemy is too scary. Kill all his friends. That's the secret. Dog's gone. Now we have to survive these things. This monstrosity. Gonna have to catch on fire too, which is also not my favorite. Get hit with the claws. Go for 11 damage. Come around. Swap places. We'll have them do that a second time here. You also go ahead and swap places. Double rescue. Six damage. Excellent job, goblins. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt no matter what, though. Pass. Oof. And they're dead. Rest in peace. Okay, we'll go ahead and run up and behind you here. Flip these guys around for some flanks. Flip in an interesting direction, but that still works. What's the better use of their time? Just shoot it. Do you have a cool death animation? Let's find out together. Oh no, it doesn't have like the demon leaving the corpse. Too sad. Right, you're back. Well, once again, we have to sacrifice one of our warriors in the name of glory. But we do gain a carrion bird. But vulture for our troubles. Back in the army, you might as well merge as well for all the extra experience. Provinces that have been struck by the next cataclysm have become visible. Where? Someone's out there casting spells like crazy. Huh. Apparently we don't need to know. A ruined library floats around the fracture. Full of sigils, books written in codex, and dormant fractured evokers. The voice of the winds resonates loudly. Great is the tragedy of the knowledge lost in the great cataclysm. Ages have passed and still no one has discovered that the astral flows are reversed fractures. That, like any current, they can be navigated and diverted. No one has dared to gaze again into the void of creation. Those who tried documented everything. Obey me, and I shall teach you how to decipher their code. Lose some knowledge, or trade some knowledge for gold. We are goblins, after all. Who needs learning? We can use that gold to come back up here and finish the other one. And get some units. Just kidding, we need 400 gold, so next turn we will. Be a bit diplomatic. Your brother will have you do something here next turn. But we want to bet something's going to erupt from the center of this here. If we need 400 gold, we have to wait. Do any more recruiting, fortunately. At least do have a full army here, so moving into this Temple of Torment hopefully won't be that big a deal. Moving on in. Oh, before we do though, I am curious. So what happens over here? Would we pay the gold? Entice the nomads. When you activate the third sigil, the very air begins to tremble. The three fractures crackle with energy, drawing in powerful, devouring winds. These currents surge towards the fissures, siphoning the energy of everything in their path. The fractures swell as they feed on this power, and then suddenly, they implode, releasing the devouring winds that are pulled towards the center of the region. When the gusts converge, a massive fracture reappears, restoring a fragment of the plateau it had once consumed. A colossal fracture has manifested at the heart of the crackling mesa, and from it, a figure emerges. The figure of an Unmaker. Approach the Unmaker. Oh, he has his own Chaos Circle army. Yeah, he's definitely a friendly sort. Level 16, too. Elin the Ascended. Andre Greater Elemental Spirit. Now we'll have to deal with... You just go talk to her. We have to kill her. Unmaker defeated. Nope, we must kill her. Alright, you two. Let's run on back to join our glorious leader. And we'll be back to try to finish this when we have an actual army, because that is a problem. A dragon, 2 fractured worms, a super powered up leader. We're definitely gonna have to be doing some building before taking that on. Nothing out here whatsoever. We'll go ahead and just put you on auto explore for now. Keep healing, and let's go ahead and see what's in the Temple of Torment. Also, research post, 2 mana per research post. Shrieking Bat, and then adds the Thrall Sacrifice, which we cannot use. You're initially apprehensive of the screams pouring out of the temple. This sounds like my kind of party. Count me in. Or not. Hobgoblins are apparently not very... First Eater and Painbound. Oh, yikes. That's a bronze tier wonder? Are you sure about that? Nah, we would get destroyed. Every single time we hit them, they get stronger. Get a random buff. Probably not. We need to do some extra clearing of these nodes then. Level up as quick as we can. Also keep waiting for our next hero. We've got our 2 allowed cities, so let's move it along. Well, Chitty Crow Companion's not needed right now. This isn't as dangerous as the other one. We'll still likely lose a soldier, but sacrifice I'm willing to make. You guys magic attackers? No, they're just plants? That's great to know. 2 gremlins gonna be a problem. Build wall in, let's just try to draw them into one spot. They're gonna be flipping people around all over the place. Gotta make sure it's not as devastating as it could be. Gonna get Fortune next turn. Rally and Fortune. And then Rally and Regeneration. Okay, that's a good idea then. Have our own Gremlin be up front to catch their Gremlin shenanigans. Flip you around. It's momentum active. Man, we graze and then we miss. Big bomby heal. Placement isn't amazing, but you can actually displace both of them. Get rid of these bushes too. Cool, 18 more damage, nice. Alright, so you'll run up. Decisive command here. Face punch. Kill the plants. Probably just go get in their face, truth be told. A lot more damage back. If I have to lose anyone, I'm happy to make it be the carrion. Fire protection is fine. Oh, you missed entirely, man. That's shenanigans. Flip bar. Our scouts around. Goodness, you missed. Hang in there, carrion. You're nice and tanky. Big smack. Let's switch here. Such a cool combo. Archers can come on a couple of steps, get their momentum. Might as well go for the Scald. Behind you. And now you die. You run around behind him. 30% chance to hit is not great, so instead we'll just run around behind him and hit him with our machete. Smack. Then we can sit here and shoot them with the crossbow, or just their normal arrows. Thrice. Try to learn how to cow wizard. That's a turn. So these guys are not doing a ton of damage. So momentum is retained. Ouch. Into the next person's turn. So if they try to move away from you, they also take that additional damage and catch on fire. That's really cool. Get close enough to be of assistance. Run over here, kill the Scald. Terrifying gorging, or carrion feed. 20 health. Push them towards the rest of our troops here. Hey there, Alaton. Does it mean this expansion feed seem a bit smaller than the rest? It's on the same par as... I'm trying to think of the one that actually just brought in... nothing but... Ooh, what's the word? Look at the Premier Challenge rounds. There was one other that didn't bring in story, and this is very similar to that. In scale, that is. There's no reason to waste. I stuck in to fight. Mistake, but gotta give him credit for it. Oh, now you're in the middle of everyone. Go ahead and turn around for me, gremlins. Yes, thank you. You don't need to see these arrows on the way in. But it has with it a ton of the animal units. You get your three tomes. What are we looking for that would add to this though? I am curious. Some story would be great, but that's going to be in the next DLC. There is one out of the bunch that tends to not be story related, and that tends to be the one that brings in a new culture as well. But the Architects one was not the same, so yeah, no, I'll have to take a look and see what this one brought compared to kind of the last batch of DLC packs. I have only had about as much time with the DLC as we've had here today in the stream, so I jumped on for about 30 minutes, built up the Hobgoblins, and jumped on. Our other hero can have the Ring of Escaping. That seems like a good idea. Did you build up the gold to even have them in the first place? You don't like how the new terrain type is tied to the Crisis? I can agree with that. Would be cool to have access to the terrain type or have ways to spread it outside of having to have the Crisis in, but also it is 100% because of the Crisis, so it lore-wise makes sense. It's like you don't really have the sunless terrain unless there are vampires around. Same thing with the Umbral. The Umbral terrain doesn't exist unless the Abyss is about, so Cataclysm is the layer that adds it. Makes sense to me. I'll just start off with the switcheroo. Wrong unit. He'll switcheroo heal. Archers up on either side. Have you go deal with the plant. Plant. Ouch. Alright, plants, going for the really long range shots. Respect. Go and turn around here with the gremlin. Absolutely can. So let's go for the... Let's look over here, go behind you. Throwing you around for 47 damage. And then kill the beast. Ah, the Greys. Once again, the Greys ruins it. Alright, gremlins, get up to some more shenanigans. Let's turn these little small piggies around. No. Get back over there. There are those piggies. Run in and slap them. We'll have the Aryan bird go kill the entwined thrall. Go past to stab these piggies. How much damage do these things throw out? Ooh, a lot. How far can you go, sirs? Not very. Rolls bow away. 43 damage. Nice. 20 there and some bleeding. Run all the way through, clear this path for our shields there. Have them go all the way in. I don't expect a DLC closer to the scope of Giant Kings or at least Eldritch Realms, considering the previous one was a good but mid-sized one. The last one will be mostly story content. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, added to my list of things to do. Well, we'll see about making a comparison video showing the kind of the value of this DLC compared to the others that have been released more recently. Yeah, good use of our time. And crossbow to the back. Barbecued piggies. Now just the porcupines. Run for the hills, go for a flanking shot, which means Hobgoblin deserves to get the final blow then. Death is for you. I guess for all of your magic materials, you can still harvest them the same as always. You just need to make sure that settlement is next to it so we can start over harvesting it. Said essence, and then that goes into that city. You're fairly injured. Hopefully you don't get involved in the next fight. I think we can win that one too. Let's heal up for a turn. Let's not be too greedy. So we can win this one and this one in the same turn. Rainbow Clover gains. We have spirit damage, protection, morale, crit chance, and extra relations with 3 cities. The ones that don't already hate us. I think we'll go ahead and pick up the experience leader. Won't worry about upkeep just now. We'll start making Hobgoblin better in combat. Annex its first province. There's another magic material up here. Let's go ahead and grab the Forester Iron Node. The library build's going to slow us down a little bit, but hopefully we can get enough gold from killing these units around us to recruit a new hero. And they're traveling on over. So they're from the Scavenger class. Are these both the Scavenger's unique units? Yeah, they are. They're the Collector. They're pretty cool. Halberd with a shovel on one end. And then we have the Looter. They're tier 1 Skirmisher. He's bred for war, and he's got the stocky times 100. Oh, and see, I did hope there were more goblins here. Skarsnik is here as well. A new contender for power. Lost Con Hobgoblin, are you a master or a pawn? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you you're going to die horribly. Insult them. Now we're just gonna go ahead and say goodbye. Down there in 8 Peaks with 9 population. Definitely speeding past us there. You beat us to this, I'm gonna be quite cross. Action into Landcrawler has to be paused for a turn, and we will pass. True Warlord of 8 Peaks. Gain 3 additional gold per tier of unit. Sounds just perfect. Two goblins come over a step. They come over one more step. Then we've got our reinforcements, and that's low risk. Ow. That's low enough for me. Whole bunch of gold gain. You go stand here, and we'll bring the boys over to deal with these gremlins. Sacrifice ourselves another. The light spirit. One goblin down, and the carrion bird runs. Now I think we can do better. Go eat some. Oh, they're beast men. Only one way to deal with beast men. Thermite. You draw them on back. We'll have our gremlin up front take their shenaniganery. Swap with the carrion. Alright, bring it. Gremlins go for the carrion. Gremlins go for the carrion twice. You might as well. So wait, what are... These are Hound Masters. Smack the Gremlins, which leave. The best overall unit to deal with the Gremlins, for sure. Ooh, heat-seeking arrows. Most excellent. I'm using reason to go for the commander's call yet. Doodle the Houndmaster. Many of them as you can. They're gonna get one shot regardless. Come on around. Decisive command. See if you can take him down. Almost. Almost. That's should drop these hounds almost. Once again. That's a low chance. We're gonna go for it. Wouldn't do damage graze. And we can just go for a shield wall here. There is a very high likelihood we lose the carrion. And we got ourselves some fried chicken now. A little bit nastier than normal. These clowns. Oh, it failed. 70% chance you miss. They teleported away from everyone. I'm gonna take the archers down. We'll go for the crossbow shot. And the already wounded gremlins. Very predictably, we raise them. Alright, they're down to a single unit. Let's go ahead and heal up these two. Earns the scouts. A second time. Now they're extremely dizzy. So glad that actually hit. Not bad. As long as that kills. Send our general take out. Oh, the Greys. We'll send our general take out the other one. Two gremlins here, one on the side. This would be a better use of our time, but we can't even hit them. Halfway. He survived for one more turn. You're not getting away this time. It's 30% no matter what. Go for the shots from here. Downtown, the gray is all we need. After the Battle of Radiant Flash, it's the same exact one. The Harkons have heard my prayers. You thought. Yet another gremlin appears. Although our mana pool does not seem to be able to handle it at all. That's not fantastic. We've got a few turns though that we can handle it. All we gotta do is really build a shrine here. So let's build a shrine and then we'll have our hero show up. The astute, and a aggressive jaw here on Kim. He's a crusader. You gotta kill undead, you get preacher. Faithful and zeal. That's not bad. One more defense is really fairly pitiful, and this just gives us more knowledge. Who needs knowledge? Let's get this strong-jawed goblin here, Kim. He's also got a blade and crossbow for a defender, which is interesting. Probably not what to keep on him for long. The fort isn't very well defended. We just need to bring our troops on around to deal with it. Clear a couple more nodes and we'll head that way. No governor set, Kim's the governor. Each special province improvement costs less gold in production, and for each of them we get more stability, knowledge, and mana and gold as we go up in renown. Which is great. So you might as well get over and get some experience, but it'd take you way too long to actually. I guess we could go into force. Now we can't go to force march. Just stay here on the land crawler for now. That's still a faster route. 6 turns due to run that way? Well, it claims it is. Army is trespassing. Not anymore, it's not. Skarsnik can calm down. Alright, day 14. Are we going to lose some troops against the Spirit Hawks? I'm going to say probably. Low risk. Will the auto resolve lose any? That's the one I think we'll lose. See if we can do a little bit better. All of these units being magic attackers means they're going to bypass 100% of our defenses here. Places. In come the crows. We got heals here. We're just about out of mana, so I probably shouldn't go for another one. Probably should have waited until I needed one for real. This turn, I'm gonna focus on one of them at a time. So. Turn these around. Lose your retaliation. One set down. They're already getting flanked there. Let's go ahead and turn you around as well. Excellent. Charge attacker coming in. That's doing almost nothing, but it's catching them on fire. No, it's not. There's no way you're immune to fire. I'll go for the Gremlin again. Have them run up behind this crow here. Turn this one around. So that way I can then run this direction as well. Just kidding. And shoot it in the back. Hobgoblin takes some damage. The more you spread your damage, the better overall our troops do. One more crow down. %, we still get a graze. That seems a bit shenaniganerous to me. Is the movement worth it? So it's 31 damage there, or so it allows you to move and still get the full 3 shots worth of damage, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, just charge strike them so they can't hit you back. And then chop them out of the sky. Now we can appease the forest goblins with a new lovely Spirit Hawk headdress. That is free experience. Yeah, we might as well go grab that. Lose no one, everyone goes up a tier, so we're up to champion tier units. You get an Arcanist. What does that do? Game, work with me. Come on now. These tooltips are supposed to lock. It's just like, nah, I'd rather not today. Whatever. Maybe this one wants to work with me? Nope. Well, who knows what Arcanist does? The game doesn't want to tell us. Ah, we've also met Toph. Toph and her badger moles. Sometimes fate puts adversaries in our way to test our resolve. Yeah, she doesn't seem to like us very much, does she? Goodbye, Toph. You're directly to our south? Well, you and Scars did go to war. Also, we need mana, like, now. Rush that along, and then we'll go ahead and get the Vinder, or the Obelisk. We're so low on mana, we need the Obelisk. Plus 8 walls here, and any unit that is standing on a settlement with walls gets free experience. Cool. Come on across to the land crawler. People are casting spells like crazy. Sniper shot, scatter shot. Let's just give you extra damage. Snapshot. It's only a small amount. I lied. Nope, I don't want that. I want the spread shot instead. I'll keep traveling. Most excellent. Grab this watchtower here. No more abandoned pickups. The peaks in this locale. There's one of the faded regions is underground, so hopefully we get to that before Skarsnik does. Looks like it's right here. Oh, you know what? Let's have you go across to the Haunted Graveyard. We can clear that on our way through. Safe words. This is our second city. Skarsnik and Toph are 2 incredible additions to this this campaign here. Turrets for that needs to be completed. We are nowhere near. Head on up to the second crawler so you can get some heals. Redfell Wall raise transformation's done, and now we can get Watchful Eye or the Lieutenant. Pick up that new unit. And it gets to come on a Scorpion as well, which is perfect for him. Well, the Graveyard's still asleep, so we can move in and destroy it. Oh, that's not good. We're party moving in. Go land crawler. We have no one there to reinforce, really. Not great. Gonna put you into auto explore as well. Jump back to the surface here. Let's rush that Raiders recruitment and then also grab another Dune Rider. Reward cost 150. We are nowhere near. Pass that turn. Skarsnik has triggered the Cataclysm. I wonder if it tells you who actually triggered it. Doesn't, as a matter of fact. Huh. Okay, well. Now we know. Probably take out both. Let's go for the graveyard first. Battlefield is still available. We have outpost cost less. We don't need to worry about that right now. Skarsnik has declared a friendship because we're both goblins. Us Grainies gotta work together. Farm here. Roll looking to annex into the province. Let's go farm. Scouts can't quite reach, so we'll just send in Yule Stone. Actually, retreat. Hang on, we can give you some equipment real quick. You at least have the Ring of Escaping, and apparently that's it. Well, I could have swore I had anything else, but nope, absolutely not. Take him down. That should be absolutely no problem. Holding Crown. We get ourselves a Necromancer, which I'm going to go ahead and toss out immediately. It's this crispy-looking dwarf here. He's a noisy boy. Back to the void with you. I don't need any necromancers, thanks. You all smell quite awful. In the defender. Let's make him a monster on Overwatch. Hoarding Crown, and that's all you get, buddy. Them not healing makes that not worth a force march. We'll just go ahead and grab the Raider tents then. It's our farms. Those are still ours, and we'll keep moving. We've been going for about 2 hours and 15. I'm going to go ahead and take a rather quick, about 5-10 minute break, grab some more water. I'm actually going to close up the windows because it's getting hot in this house. Everything will open up because it's actually been warm for once, but now the heat's starting to build up a little bit too much. You're in Landcrawler. That's actually fairly well defended now. I'm going to send you scouts to grab this watchtower for us. Beifong will likely steal it later on. Trade them food for Fae secrets. Yes, let's do that. Weakening ring. Where's your raiding party? Probably has 3 or 4 troops in it. We don't even need to go back and deal with it. Stay here and get some free experience. Essence City upgrades. We got Essence of Gold, Essence of Production, so those have both been harvested. So very soon then we need to pick this city up and move it on. Like down here. So let's actually pack it up now. It's turn to pack up. You scouts in the second Krolla. Come on over to defend the first. Keep moving. We've met one of the other free cities. It's the Broccoli people. It is indeed puny. Nothing to worry about when it comes to the Broccoli people. Right, so they're packing up. Means we have to recruit from over here. Let's just grab more and more Dune Riders. Let's get another Raider. Beautiful. I had said I was going to take a break, so now we're actually going to. Be right back, gang. Alright, we returned. Took me a little bit longer because the Lady Wizard gave a call, and I'm gonna take the time to chat. So we just have 3 lads here. Extra range, center defense, that's pretty nasty. That's all you have. He himself's a monster, but take him. Of course, losing our throne city would be the worst. Let's instead just leave. With that scout, we have even more units to take him on. That many charge attackers is probably enough to win, even if we lose some. Let's go knock them out. They're threatening the land barge, not for long. Get a new tome, don't mind if I do. Normal goblins, I'd say, would go in, and you should grab Fury of the Horde here. We, though, are going to come back over and grab Tome of the Beasts here for animal, not animal kinship specifically, but for Call of the Wild. For the animal and cavalry units gain bolstered defense and strengthened. Very good for our Mount Mastered units. Plus, it'll go along with all the fractured animals we're getting later on.
That shall inherit the world. Their paws will tread on our graves long after their fangs have ground our bones to dust. Call upon their might, if you dare. Command their ferocity and nourish it, so that you may reap the benefits of this primal power.
Indeed. We're going to go ahead and pick up. Ooh, tough call. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Call Wild Animal, because I'd like to try start trying to summon in the Sand Scorpions. Chinit is done. Rivalry has been declared between us and Beifong. Fair enough. She has an attitude, and we can adjust it. Through violence. No one else can reach in time, that's just fine. I think we need to, so we'll just have the singular fighter here go out and start that brawl. An impossible battle. That bad, huh? How defensive are these things? Adaptive armor, gold touch, steel skin, power from death. I mean... 95 health as opposed to 50 and 90. I still think we can win. Here, let's retreat. By that, I mean we'll just get the land ship out of here so it doesn't end up getting taken out. And we'll let these guys fight the enemy general. An impossible battle. Let's see. Trash stats versus all the stats. If we had any combat summons, I think we could do this even easier. All in on killing the enemy lord. Leaving those pole arms entirely alone. How far can you move? Not far enough to be a problem. We move in here, we do almost no damage, then it just kills us with the bolts. We definitely bit off more than we can chew. Scary, isn't it? That's the way it is. Get in there, do some damage. Frontal charge. Catch them on fire. All the way through. Shoot here. He's got physical protection already. Just outright kills this unit in the back. This is a scout. Let's see what he goes for. Killing unit in the back. Okay, well. Here's the plan. Can't actually reach. That's not great. Plan foiled. Spell did not backfire. Yeah, we get close enough to get hit by that, this caster, and they're just dead. And you're doing a good job of blocking the way. I found the choke point, and they're making good use of it. Crit. Spearman running around. You missed. Dude, the one time we needed you to not miss. Cancel retaliation, you still can't get past them. Crazy they're able to block the path like that. Momentum gain still doesn't matter. Maybe we can drag him down. Slip away is pretty great. Are they unusable for this turn, though? No, we can still use them. Charge strike here. Did nothing in terms of damage. Oh my. Stabbed. Shoot the bow. So he's just above his normal health bar. That's why, even though we've dealt damage to him, it's not actually looking like it is. Heals another unit. Mortal Blessing gives him 5 more health. Yeah, no, they were right. We're gonna get ripped apart by the Death Cult. What we're gonna do instead of staying in and fighting. Run. Run for the hills. They're just gonna die, so we have to keep them in. Slip away right behind the polearm. Alright, quantity did not beat quality this time. Especially when they had a nice choke point, they could just force it all in one spot. Okay then. Are we gonna be able to leave? They escape. See if they die or not. They will either die or they will be disbanded. They managed to escape. Nice. Yeah, we got crushed. Funny. They couldn't catch the land ship, we saw that, so we don't have to worry. But man, is that unfortunate. Spirit Hawk's an easy fight. We have 5 turns for the Fair Lady's Lament. Even if we go up that way, we'll just get taken out. It'll just get taken out. Let's go ahead and bring them up. That way we at least have some troops nearby. If they grab the bark, it's just gone. And that's going to be unfortunate. Say the absolute least. So, Raider here. Alright, we're almost into the next tier of Cataclysm. Oh, an Oasis. That's a new node. 10 additional food. Let's go pop up the town right in the middle here. Just coming under threat, picking up and leaving is hilarious. It thinks we're gonna get smacked. We have an unfortunate amount of combat strength here. Skarsnik wants to be friends. Well, I mean, for now, we can have ourselves one friend. Wizard's Bond. He wants gold. I'm not giving you cash. False. For Arcana More, you want 14 gold a turn. I'll take one of your magic resources. Thank you, sir. Let's go back and defend the second crawl. I'll have you also fall back. Tier 3 units should at least be able to defend themselves pretty effectively. Yeah, we'll have you just rush to this position so they can reach out and grab everything around here. Absolutely. Other players' armies in the way? Not for long. Into the shrubs here, you flank wide. The other scouts, hang out with our frontline fighters, please and thank you. We want to try to get the maggots to detonate on their side of the field if we can help it. This is where we'll make our stand. We'll kind of draw them in. Boost some morale there, and we will pass. X of Broken Spirit is a good spell. Sends them back there. Both of those hit. Damage, nice. Our very first shots of Grays. This is looking good for the future here. Go ahead and drop the heal now. What's the best course of action here? We can have you run up and flip. Blood maggots exploding is going to be something we have to deal with regardless. Can we stop them from even getting closer? That'd be pretty cool. Over here, turning them around. 2 shots in. Insane. They can run up and stab them. Not enough to kill, but if they attack them back, it should be. Go for it. Kill them with melee, that's their tier 3 down. Taking a sweet time, good grief. Size of command you. Pretty solid AoE, hits all the units and also destroys all their hiding spots. Let me pass. We're gonna focus fire down one of our scouts. Start working on the next. Got the parasite immediately, which is too bad. Fox away. So much damage. Right up and take this bat out. A simple 33 damage flank, nothing big there. Turn these skeletons around. Bounce back. This fortune's pretty brutal. If you crit, you can do it. Oh, not quite. And we'll use the last of our turns here to take out their leader. Always the best course of action. Well, that's too bad. You missed. Yeah, got loot. 25%. Never punished. Unless we got a 90%, then we're 100%. We're going to be punished 100% of the time. 42 draft, 42 gold, 42 gold. A heap of money. Attack of Bleeding and True Sight. Neither of those are very exciting. With the skirmish over, the battlefield emanates a solemn stillness. A ghostly face manifests in the distance. She appears again, the spirit who led you here, rising beside the target of her rage. But something is wrong. They both seem confused. Your mind comes back to the aftermath of the battle. Not much is left after the fight, but enough for you to be able to take advantage of it. The spoils of the fray lie in the field. What will you do with them? Yield them to your scholars. After the recent battle, amid the fall and the vengeful apparition, Reyes rises from her terrified victim. What have I done to you, cries the man. You may not be him, but you carry the same stench of evil. The stench of one capable of spilling the blood of their own offspring, responds the specter. Lunging after him with all her rage, she leaves the man lifeless. It was not him. We must continue searching. Oh great. I'm gonna go kill someone else, this mustachioed individual. At least this time it seems like we're doing something positive. He's a vampire. He's in sunlight. So that's where we need to go hunt him down. Unpack the city. And pass out those skill points. Leaden blows. Foraging training is the first thing we want for heals, and then the second one just gives us more health across the board, which is good to have. Here, enjoy your Daedric heart, sir. The remains of Gaudintu get sold on the black market. Go ahead and grab a council deck, even if it's not being boosted. Day 20, your city plops back down, and now we've also met Saruman the White. So Skarsnik, Toph Beifong, and Saruman the White. We've got an interesting cast of characters here. It's a welcome gift now. Goodbye there, Saruman. Enjoy your freedom while it lasts. The land crawler has been dropped back down, so we can go ahead and just pick up what we want, man. Let's go with Forester here. farm down here. Quarry here, and then that other farm here. Nice. Start siphoning the land from here as well. Stay in his defense for the time being. I just want to get a council deck going here as well. At tier 2, extra province annex range, gold, and then special province improvements. Expand your city further and unlock more specialized city structures. Mind if I do? That's fairly weak. This is even weaker. Let's go after this group first. Take out the giant bird nest as we travel. Low risk battle. Auto resolve. Handle it. Thank you. Elusive Shroud Maker. Pass through and resistance. Our troops already have passed through naturally, but we'll give the Hobgoblin his fancy pants. Piercing shot or miasma shot. Ooh, miasma shot sounds pretty good. Bypasses defense or makes everyone quite sad. Let's go more damage, more critical hit chance, and we'll circle. Everyone's health is also low enough that I would prefer we heal before taking on another large fight, so let's just go knock out these sad little construct automatons for now. Punch them in the face. We lose nobody. And now we can start harvesting that as well. Into the crawler. Stay away from the patrol there for now. The clover has been acquired. And we've got more troops. Wait. Up to the population one turn. We'll let the population roll over and then we can possibly... Ooh, extra city cap. Road building plus road walk is pretty strong together, so we are going to utilize to get around extra. There's not enough mana to get properly bred for war, so we'll do that when we can. Our routed units are back. Perfect. And we've got a ton of people in second crawler, and since there's a set of palisade walls in there, they should be all getting, I think, 15 experience a turn, so they'll be going up in tier rather slowly, but they still will be. When you win a battle, there's a chance of producing a unit. I think that's a fantastic idea. Keep the horde growing. Probably want to fight this one ourselves. Low risk, but we'll do the deed on our own terms. That's the curse. Arcanists are a problem in general, and then the Lightbringer for stealing units. Lovely. We'll just move up this flank instead. How far can you go there? Domination. Let's just step into position to get grabbed. Not that big a deal if we lose a scout. They didn't go for it. Surprised. Very surprised. This is in a really good position, though, to hit the archers here and also their battle mages. Turn those around. Same thing here. Everyone facing the wrong direction. Switch places to heal. Crossbow shot in. Oh, we graze him after all that. Oh, fair enough. Those other battle mages there should be turned around, so launch the shot in. Beautiful crit. Decisive command here. Our shield units get stolen, or if the other scout gets stolen, those are both what I prefer. And then we launched the scatter shot in. Dealing pretty decent damage to everyone. Kill the spare. Alright, then we pass. What you got? Who's getting stolen? Shield units. They resist it like champs. Now they're no longer usable, really. Let you close the gap, fools. Bring in your Anvil Guard. Oh, they need to have their shields deployed. Well, those scouts are going nowhere. Arrow away, dealing you no damage. Yeah, flip the Anvil Guard around. Oh, you missed fully. Impressive. That time grazed, but it did still turn them around. Yeah, go for it. It's our guys instead. It does happen. Jumps. Or to do damage on the flank. .33 damage if we can crit. Come on now. Or we can graze. That's what I guess that's what we deserve. Don't be greedy. That's what we learned today. Right in your back. 40. The first shot deals bonus damage, the other two just deal your normal amount of shot, which makes sense. Let's heal up to a view. And watch one of our lads get focused down by the entire team. Rest in peace, scouts. You served us well. And plus, it's a unit that costs 50 gold and equal amount of draft. It's so cheap. Flanked behind you. .52 damage in here. Make sure we get rid of the Lightbringers. That's the most dangerous unit they have. Flip you around again. And kill. And we'll go down. I should have just shot them with the crossbow, and here we are. Heal up and pass. Morale high. Yes, enjoy getting critted every turn now. Switch places real quick. Gremlin shop. Take your turn a second time. Turn these fools around. Oh, we should have moved a little bit. Still worked, but 50% was not great. Hiding in the bushes all day. Chop these guys down so we can actually use the demolisher here. It kind of worked. Do exactly what we wanted, but crossbow bolt in the back of the head. Good night, sweet Oni. Sustained 6 damage is pretty nice. That shall go to you there, good sir, although we don't have another blade, so it's apparently not. We'll have to wait. Silver Tongue Fruit gives us blight damage, blight protection, manipulating, and Whispering Stones gives us extra elites. All of the diplomacy ones are not things that we really care about, though. Great Bird Nest is going to be a problem if they have the reinforcements. Without them, though, we shouldn't have too much trouble. What's down here? Looks like one of the other fractured areas. So let's go take a look. Was indeed the cursed shores of the Great Worm Lake. Your troops come upon the waters of an underground oasis. Its shores are crowded with nomads, steel at hand. Halt, wanderers. A voice shouts. Leading a band of warriors, a proud chieftain steps forward. I am Zia the Executioner, Kindred Heat. Sorry, what? Kindred of the Heat. And this is the last oasis of the realm. You do not look like rotters. Perhaps we can help one another. Those undone abominations at the other side of the lake are poisoning our animals, our scarce waters, and our people, condemning them to the same fate they suffer. I'll see another friend die. This area heavily is contaminated. At the beginning of each strategic turn, every non-marauder army has a chance of being hit with the Radiant Flare. That sounds terrible. The pitched battle between the nomads and the undone ones is chaotic and restless. Incursions from both sides will roam the oasis, and they may identify you as an enemy. I will meet with the cursed ones on my own terms. Yes. So the marauders are going to hate us. We probably don't want to fight this army here. Bred for war, casting point bonus, true seeing dagger. With some health, I think we can take them on, no problem. We can go down here and explore. Which is, beware the roaming incursions. We have to oh, so now we have to kill both of them. Nice. Alright, let's go back up to the land crawler for now. Everyone in the sitting on the crawler gets some experience gained passively, so we'll keep it there, and we'll grab ourselves another raider. Still need more mana. You want to come fight down here, do you? That's perfectly fine by me. We can now call wild animals, and we can get the Chimes of Momentum. Watchful Eye or Mark's Break becomes distracted. Fantastic. Rainbow Clover acquired. Great, now we got 2 of those. We always did, but... And the Defender has leveled up. Let in Blows, or now we'll go for the Endurance training. You don't have any heroes in your army right now, so we'll give you Let in Blows and Initiate of Chaos. We'll make you an Initiate of Materium for the Still of Stone, because he's a defender. Eventually we'll be a proper defender, but for now is not. This group can probably go clear that node, no problem. Let's let them heal. We should have them stay on the Palisades. Can they just go back? Roadwalk is crazy. Yeah, let's build some roads. Oh, let's not. I lied, that's not. Hello there, good sir. Auto resolve should kill you quite easily. Let's watch that. What happened to make him take so much damage? It all makes sense. We're going to do that ourselves. That was terrible. They just ran in, stood to big groups, so they could all get blown up at the same time. No? Seems like a bad idea, actually. Here's what we're going to do instead. This way. Magic fighter in here. Perfect. Standing on one clump is how you lose troops for no reason. Let's kill this unit here. Pretty much. Yeah, he's fine. You turn him around first. How far can you move? All the way up to here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and stand by. Bother their general a little bit. Gremlin, you come on forward, turn them around. I should have done this in a different order, but that's okay. And then we'll come on over with you. And for the time being, we'll just shield wall up. Something strange going on outside. I'm gonna go ahead and just walk over there real quick and see what's going on. Recent storm caused some problems after all. Yeah, some of our apartment sidings trying to leave. Not something you like to see, truthfully. But cough out there, brother. Turn the fool around. Shoot him right in the back with a crossbow. Are you actually immune to flanking? Yeah, hyper awareness, immune to flanking. That's pretty cool. Not for our team, but cool for you. Dang, death cult. Such a strong subculture. Alright, try to flip them around. That worked fantastically, but now they're all bolstered. So shoot them twice. I can re-up your abilities, and you should be able to get the kill on the leader. long as you land those blows. Sweet. That's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and move over in this way, and we can go for the scatter shot. That way we don't have to worry about a chance to hit. It's an AoE, it has a 100% chance to hit whatever hex I hit, and it blows them up as well. It is awesome. And the Gremlins are great because they're a magic fighter, they have the lowest defenses out of all your units. And so they are also going to convince the enemy to attack them more often than not. Crossbow bolt right in the back. For the win. Still up to Legend here, but we lose no one, which is exactly what we want. Losing units, we don't need that. Shepherd's Seer Demolishing is mine now, and... you think we can take on the lads down here in the underways? And freedom or execute? I think we should execute them. Let's hold off for now. High risk battle. Oh, they had some scorpions hiding. Nah, I don't think we can take that on. They basically are melee versions of the Mage Lock, so let's level up a bit and then we'll go after the Fated Realm. They're pretty spicy Fated Realm, we should be sure. Oh, wild animal. No, we need to save for Bread 4. D6 to rush. 4 down here. How much does it to rush it? 40? Well. Don't mind if I do. And we'll go ahead and pick up our taverns. We have to worry about any kind of stability woes. Oh, thank you. And Scars did good, buddy. Let's have a declaration of friendship. 10 gold upkeep. No, never mind. If I give you this sphere, that's enough mana so that next turn we can grab Red for War. We can also just give him one more thing. This helmet costs 25 mana. Yeah, go ahead, perfect. Get our troops more fabulous. Good buddy, that's... you shouldn't be living there. Go fight Toph for me. Unfortunately, the bird nest's defenses are fairly robust at the moment. Have you switch to lead this army for me? No, I lied. We're just gonna bring this Gobba over to the Shrieking Shrine. You go join them, and then hopefully this one we can actually win. Use the bats with a clanking of the laborer's tool. Locked for 3 turns. Yikes! Now we're just gonna clip their wings. Necromancer, some bats, and some more bats. Auto resolve. How do you handle it? Horribly. We should have known. We found the Cult of Corn hiding deep in the caves. You got your blood rivers and you got your necromantic bats. Alright, set up, get ready for them to move on in, and tear them in half. Come here, bats. We've got something to show you. Can't get around behind them because we have the gremlins. We can do what we want. Gremlins, you come on up here. Gotta get a wee bit closer. Turn the bats around. Activate sport mode. No good opportunities to hit here. It's going to be a 45% or a 30% at max. Granted, if you land them, they die. These bats with your momentum. We can go ahead and shoot the crossbow bolt in. He's gonna bring one of them back, so we have to be smart with it. But turn into this, pull fool around, and then we'll shoot him in his back with crossbows. 33 damage. Lovely. Let's see if it's enough to kill. Not quite, but it does so much to everyone else that I think it's worth our time. Nice. There's the echoing shots. Those are going to be painful. One hero goes down. Thankfully for the slip away, he still hangs in there and then gets taken down by bats. Well, these things are brutal. Is it an AoE as well? How are they hitting everyone with it? Hang on. Can't see. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be an AoE. Why were they doing that? 50% chance of inflicting an additional 5%. Yeah, they were hitting one unit and it would go after another one. Huh. I didn't realize that was a thing. Would auto target someone else. I've gotta quickly deal with this. Turn around, bats. Right, insta kill them. That's awesome. Thankfully, they're really weak. Let's drop heals here first. Extra morale. Move up. Damage. Switch places. Damage this way. Kill this one. Have our leaders sneak around and get 50 damage here. We'll see. Makes himself real strong. Deals 13 damage. So does the scorpion just naturally give you a slip away? No, he has the ring. I remember now. The ring we gave him at the very, very beginning. Turn the necromancer around. Doesn't quite kill him. This does, though. And then down with the bats. Wonder defeated. Ow. Wondrous. We did about the same as the auto resolve. Goes of insanity after killing the bat cult. We can scrape the bat droppings from the floor to fertilize our fields. Yeah, why not? Give us some extra food so we can annex more provinces. There's an oasis there. We should probably grab it. Put it in a quarry. Awesome. Yeah, Stormy's strong enough to take this on in an auto-resolve. Easy. They punch him and take a lot of damage, but they at least win. That's what matters. Let's bring you back this way. You come on over and stand on the land crawler for more heals, and we can annex the Shrieking Shrine. Steal this Wonder Essence. Is that immediate, or is that later on? Well, it's not saying it's draining the essence, but it should be. Or maybe it only can at a certain tier of Town Hall. That would be cool. Conqueror's Tower, Draft, and Vision Range. There we are, the Sentry Nests. Units stationed gain experience. And then we gain 2 Striders. A Wind Strider and Shoot Bow. Cool. Fantastic. We could pick up the Arcane Institute here, and then down in the Land Crawler. That's going to cost way too much to rush. We'll just pick up the Institute here as well after that's done. And we'll grab a Dust Weaver. We absolutely could use a support unit. The Goblins are just the best. We got the Cinderwind Blast for catching people on fire. We can weave momentum to give people momentum at will, heal, and get rid of negative status effects, and of course, ward. They're great. Dust Weaver here, and we'll grab a... probably the same thing, honestly. Well, and the Striders have Scorpions too. Caster moves to the target hex and gains fortune. It's very similar to the lads you get for the dark, where they can teleport. And I don't think you get any buffs for teleporting with the dark subculture, but you can at least teleport. Let's stay here and heal. And we pass. Excavation would also be pretty good to pick up, I think, but we'll wait. And thanks all for stopping on by today's stream of Rise from Ruin, everyone. We're probably going to go for another turn or two, and that'll be all for today's stream. We'll stream tomorrow as well, same about time as today, and I'll have a couple of videos going up as well, kind of exploring all that is actually being brought with Rise from Ruin, and we had a really good idea from Alaton there, where we're going to see if it is worth it in comparison to kind of the previous DLC. Oh. Next to the second crawler. Fair enough. Comparison to the previous DLC and what they actually brought with their content as well. Yeah, we definitely can't fight that. Come on back and heal. Should have built roads across. That was my own mistake. Training Regiment or the Wild Speaker. Let's go all the Wild. 20%. What happens if this backfires? Good grief. Kind of sounded like it did. Oh no. Cataclysm is struck? Oh, we're just up to tier 3 of the Cataclysm now. So even more provinces are ruined. Thankfully, we haven't been chosen yet, so someone else is having a bad time, just not us. Another signature skill, don't mind if I do. How about a Depth of Chaos? Extra critical hit chance. Perfect. And then we'll grab the even more critical hit chance. So 10% there, 20%, 40% additional critical hit chance. Seems pretty good to me. You have the Demolisher and the White Horse. No, Horse better than Scorpion? Never. What's the defenses like on... Oh, they actually are lacking in resistance. Kinda surprised by that. I feel like the spirit should be resistance focused instead of defense, but doesn't really matter. Alright, let's go over here and kill these units. Get some reinforcements. Let's actually have retreat. Let's have you fight them. It's food, okay. I was making sure it wasn't a promotion. Not too bad. Grab some production. Hunt down these spiders soon. Oh, did the Lord leave? Weird. We have 15 turns left, too. Alright, so come on back over to the Sandcrawler to build up some experience. And I think it's time also to take out Night Fort, so finish the quests and go up after Night Fort. Stuff to do, stuff to do. It's too late now. Can't have them build roads to us to get there. Tavern's done. Most excellent. Call Wild Animal would give us hopefully a Sand Scorpion. We've got some sand terrain here. Tier 1 or Tier 2. Well, I don't even... I think they're Tier 3, which means we're not going to be able to get one. A hero has leveled up. Pushing attack or just more health. Let's go more health. Have you take over as commander of this force. Actually, this force has a healer, so they're going to go over there. The nest is shields down. Love you two go attack it. Just be close enough to reinforce. Build the roads on over, and... Pillaging provinces takes less turns. That's going to be great when we actually get over there. I don't know if we want that just yet. Extra experience from combat sounds awesome. Spin our Imperium there instead. Low risk battle, we'll fight this one ourselves. Our resolve won't handle it very well, and there's another battle right beyond that we might be able to deal with as well. The birds and the lightning spirits working together. They put aside their differences. A recovering wind pull, so I can have it. Wait a second. Let's lure them in. How far can you use the pull? A very long ways. So, if I was to run in... Hang on, make sure we get 4 hexes away. Here, for example. And then shoot the... You're kidding me. So that I can say, come on back. That is awesome. What a cool unit. Then we can switch places again. Masters of Mobility. Seemed like a bad idea to me. Enjoy being on fire. Say we get rid of the Thunderbird first if we can help it. Turn you around. Want to build up momentum, so let's move away to here. Oh, we're blind now. Fun. And then punch him in the face. Leave momentum. Catch these crows here on fire. Love the updated effects. Flip these lads around, they're already up front. We'll focus on one. I didn't go far enough to get the momentum up. Ooh, tough call. Gremlins, you go again. And then go get in the Thunderbird's face, so it has to move. Can't use its abilities. Such a good scatter shot. You run on around, go for the perfect. The spell backfired. What happened? We gained bolster resistance. It was a positive. Have a spell backfire and grant a positive effect. Well, that's cool. I wish there was an additional a bit of visual effects whenever it backfires as well. Which is not the way, but it'd be really cool. They elect to ignore our support. Bold strategy. Gremlins, go ahead and 30% go for it. I don't even care if it's a graze or not. That is most excellent. Turn them around so we can pursue. Axe stab. You have to move 3 hexes in a single turn to get momentum going? Is that what it is? After moving at least 3 hexes? Well, that should trigger it then. No, I think it's 3 hexes in one go. Serious damage, though. Let's go use your blade. Bolts away. And for the win. Now the things are starting to get upgraded. Oh wait, it's not over yet. Oops. In the turn. These crows have to burn out. Oosh. Just turn into ashes. Oh, nope, didn't work. Hit him with the axe then. These gobbos. They fire wyvern mount. That's even better than a scorpion, I will admit. Another carrion bird. They follow us around, these carrion. Little baby fire dragon. Would we take on the vampire? I think so. He didn't look like he's that tough. And he's in sunlight, so he's gonna get weakened. Big old fool doesn't know when to quit. Grab a mine essence there. That's the only one I'm seeing, so we'll go ahead and pick up a mine. Can't quite stay in our territory, but we can keep pretty close. Low risk? How low risk? Kinda willing to sacrifice a bird for this. Rest in peace, bird. Amulet of True Sight. Blood Sigil. With the skirmish over, the battlefield emanates a solemn stillness. The ghostly force manifests in the distance. She appears yet again, the spirit who led you here, rising beside the target of your rage, but something is wrong and they yet again seem confused. Fantastic. Well, we're gonna go ahead and grab the knowledge. This is yet again not the person that it's supposed to be. This carnage needs to cease. Nah, we need to keep killing stuff. A fleeting fractured infestation. Something is very wrong with this Dawn Defender. Fractured transformation. The attacks have a 60% base chance of inflicting disrupted. As mana starved. All other enchantments are disabled. For each disabled has more damage and hit points. Good grief. What a strong transformation. Like a Void Cosmos behind him. Cool. So how much extra damage do you get? Good, none. None at all. I think we can deal with that fairly effectively, actually. You get back to the crawler, you can, so we'll go ahead and get that free experience. And you move back to this clover here. You've met, the demonic bird people? Gondelian Theowen. What a name. And he's a demonic skillful fae. Well, sometimes sell your soul to the devil to learn jazz. Really, that's what that squad of elves is all about. But heal for a turn on the Dune Crawler. Second Crawler. We're kind of garbage, but we'll definitely sell your remains for the gold. 158 is acceptable. Wildlife Sanctuary. Draft per province with forests. As long as it allows us to actually recruit scorpions at some point, this would be very worth it. Shrine here for now, and then at the crawler itself, let's get our lieutenant. Ooh, 26. Don't mind if I do. We can start upgrading our Dune Riders with the Strider units. Saruman. You were the most pathetic ruler, and that's how it should be. That sounds just about like Saruman. Oh, you and Bayfonger are sharing a book of garbage insults. Makes sense. Ooh, and that lieutenant needs to join this army as well. So this shield warrior, this Dune Rider, you go join here, and then we'll have the lieutenant form up in our Gremlin army. He's got an arming sword and a scorpion. Some ripped forearms. Shining Court looks fairly weak for a peaceful settlement there. We already know Nightfort doesn't like us. Wrecking through here is really not going to be that big a deal. Got some Afflictors, lots of archers. Which my provinces will ya? No, I don't think so. Take him down. Acceptable. We'll heal for a turn. And then go attack the Fractured Infestation. Ballsy wild animal. Let's see. We get a Sand Scorpion. We get an Inferno Pup. No. Give me the Inferno Pup, because it can at least transform. New hero wishes to join. Most. Oh, we don't have the gold for it, so never mind. Not excellent at all. Pounding or absorbing cities because it takes less turns. We're not going to be doing any of that. We're going to be burning cities to the ground. Are they replenished? Fine. Let's go ahead and make sure we win this battle. Scarthing's not going to join us. Oh, come on now. Lose units. Show you. Try out some of the scavenger culture as well. So they've got dig up, destroys corpse and gains a stack of looted power, deals damage and pushes them back, and then just punch people in the face. The looter is just your tier 1. Catches a stack of looted power from this unit, or they throw their looted power to someone else. Intriguing. We are going to fall back, bring their skirmishers in. We can only hit with about a half of our unit, which I don't like. %30 chance of backfiring now. Let's see. Still no backfire here, which is good. Alright, let's keep being cagey. Patience is how we lose troops. Away you miss. Hit us there. Hit us here too, probably. That one's a graze. I'll take it. Run in, push them out of the bushes. You don't need to be hiding in there. What are you doing? $31 damage. You can at least run up and catch this Hex on fire. I'd game Demolisher as well, but I guess not. Here, we'll take some extra damage from the big slither, but that's okay. Still no backfire yet. I choose to go after our looters. I think killing my tier 1 works for me, especially the one that doesn't come from my faction. Pretty positive these things have slip away. No, they're just slippery in general. So you can run on around and kill this one? No, you can't quite. Run in and smash the adult slithers. 21 damage, nice. Draconic Rage is a little bit less nice to deal with, but it'll be fine. And yeah, looters are really pretty tanky for a skirmish unit. 2 defense. I think that's likely definitely higher than your normal. Let's get some looted power. And go punch these lads in the face. You found another. Shot our guys in the back. You found another Hex that's hard to hit. The adults have slip away. That would make sense. Done and dusted. Seer. I'm gonna go ahead and disenchant that. Rush on back to the second crawler next turn. Do we really need to heal? No. No, we don't. All combat spells have a 20% chance of backfiring. In addition, several astral fracture obstacles are present, which are draining and duplicate whenever combat spells are cast. Let's see how nightmarish this is. Also, new terrain type. They're fighting in the Chaos Wastes. Against a bunch of snakes that tried to headbutt. They found a bunch of black holes here, didn't they? Switch places here. Hold them over as well. Just get as much heals as we can off the first turn. How close can these demon snakes get? Fairly close. Discern a weakness. We have to get a little bit closer. Well, that'll be fantastic for the enemy snakes, since there's nothing but snakes. Places there. The Inferno Hounds can be extremely expendable. Let's not step on the fractures then. Just go around. So these are the fractures. Just stay away from the swirls. Spirals are evil. In this and every universe. Can you use it in an enemy zone of... You can, you're just gonna get retaliated on. That's fine. Give it to everyone. Get hit by the snakes. We have no enchantments really yet, so it's not really a problem. Get them out of guard mode so they're not giving everyone else that extra shield wall. They've got precognition? I'm sorry, what? Resident circles, you get precognition when entering defense mode. Nice. Well, let's go ahead and negate it here. Good as we didn't try to flip them around. Lock down these snakes. You're on fire. Well done, I'll continue the fight against the demons. You can do it. I'd love to get a little bit more health on our charger here before we send him in. I don't think that's going to be a thing we can accomplish, though. Food here. Bring our shield unit up. We can give the weave momentum to our gremlins, even though they're not a nomad. Flip these snakes around. Go for trying to kill the shield units with our resistance. Any magic attacks are not as effective against them. Slam in. Avoid being on fire. Curious to see how much damage our lieutenant actually do here. His melee. 51 damage. Nice. Scatter shot in. Huge amount of damage. And just blast in here. Weaken the ones that are already in combat. This is a difficult game to get into. I would say no. It takes probably playing. I mean, yeah, I would say it takes playing through a couple of matches to kind of get the hang of everything. Very similar to what I would say it is for any of your Civ games as well. Very doable, but they're ethereal. I forgot. Very doable, but it's going to take a little bit of learning the game through actually playing it. The tutorial's great. It's just there's different scenarios and aspects that really only come in as you start playing more, so I would absolutely recommend getting into it, though. I consider this Civ, but better in just about every way. Welcome to the stream there, Edfo. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, they're hiding in the shrubbery. Yeah, just run around behind them. Turn as these units around with behind you. That flank should be more than enough to kill. Sorry, demon serpents, not today. Same thing there, that's incredible damage. Although they get hit back and they're gonna teleport, aren't they? Oh. Doesn't work if they're in melee. Good. Listabolt with the heat-seeking projectiles for the win. Eat a fraction infestation without casting any combat spells, because I'm smart. I'm not going to do that. How you die. Shoes of the Juggernaut. Here 4 legs. 10 hit points, 2 resistance, and may crush fortified obstacles. Obviously, those belong to our frontline fighter, Kim. Oh, what happened to your face, Kim? You gotta watch out for the pinchers. They're dangerous. You take on this lad as well? Probably. But I would prefer we heal. So stay here for now. Rush this. And pick up our wizard tower, that we can actually start getting our extra buildings there. The item forge being extremely important. Crafting up the items we actually want. They're being forced to utilize the ones we have. Probably will end up getting rid of one of these raiders if our economy starts to struggle. Man, you can have a lot more units when you don't enchant them. Alright, we pass. You're already halfway through to the next Cataclysm phase here. So spells are going to get up to 40% chance of backfiring. Incredible. What happens when it goes above 100%, I wonder? All of the Wild is complete. Go ahead and pick up the Watchful Eye. Another province here is most excellent as well. I thought we could grab another province. Or is it saying down here? Oh no, it's probably just telling us it depleted one of these two nodes, which is great. Let's go ahead and throw in the war camp. Place that other forester with it. No one's on the province, but we're gonna pack up this city quite soon and sit it on somewhere else. Somewhere away from Skarsnik. Probably over here right next to Nightfort, honestly. You can grab all of their nodes and move on. You don't need to go all the way into the city, you just move on next to get some extra experience. We can probably send them up together. Well, here's a realm that's going to get fractured soon. Sweet. We'll have another infestation to clear. That is a lot of damage. Oh, but it's a bat. I think that's better than losing units, which the bats will likely do. Wand of Flame Strike. Bunch of damage, long range, and sets those hexes on fire. Pretty solid. The The skirmish over, the battlefield emanates a solemn stillness. A ghostly force manifests in the distance. Heal. So you can't keep following her. You need to stop this carnage. You will accept death willingly or not. And then we just auto-resolve. Because it's 3 Banshees. Yeah, I'll lose my pup. That's fine. Rest in peace, pup. One of our units has hit Exalted rank. Who's that? They did mention, this bug-eyed goblin here, they did mention that units now will go up in rank forever. And as you go up in more Exalted ranks, you get more and more health. Supposedly it is 5 health each time. Not saying that it is. Oh, it's Exalted Defense. No, hang on now. Where is the Exalted bonus? It's not going to tell us what it is, but from what they were saying in stream, it's 5 health per tier of Exalted, so you can get some nigh unkillable units as you go up and further in the tiers. Alright, gang, thanks for stopping on by today's stream. In the next one, we're going to move the land crawler a little bit closer to the Shining Court here, steal all of their land. Same thing with the second crawler, send it over here to the other free city to take their stuff, and we'll move on like nothing happened. I'm having a ton of fun with Rise of Ruin so far, and all I've really had time to play, though, is this campaign here, so I don't have full thoughts just yet, but like I said, we'll have a couple of videos going up on all the different kind of additions that Rise from Ruin is bringing, and how best to utilize them, as well as if this DLC is or hard-earned cash. I need to play a little bit more before I can actually decide that, but we can at least kind of compare and contrast the different values and the amount of content we got with the previous DLC packs, so that's something we'll definitely be doing in the near future. Thanks for stopping by, have a fantastic day, I'll see you in the next one.